Well met.
Hello. Well met.
Howdy everyone. So, good afternoon. I apologize. I thought my headset was on earlier, but apparently it was not turned on, and I'm speaking to no one but myself. But hopefully, in the beginning part of this video, you kind of realized what I was doing. So I'm working on some signature quests. On this particular character, Ienuvine, my level 90 Fury, I picked up Corruption in the Fade Arc, which you get from an NPC that's located in the Lesser Fade Arc that you saw in my video. And so I have to find her friend, which, if you look at the map, is right here. On this particular character, I have already completed a few signature quests. I can greatly apologize that at the beginning of my video, my headset was not on, so anything that I said was not captured. So hopefully, you'll be kind to me, but
well met.
We'll go ahead and just continue with this quest. Okay, what you probably saw earlier in this video is I brought up that you could tell in the collections I'm working on the Hammer Below, which is another signature quest for the Storm Hammer. I did have another video that I posted a while back that went through that quest. I plan to also review the other two quests, which is the Codadal's Magi's Craft at some point. It may not be on this character because, as you can see, I've already kind of started it. We have a Mark of Awakening, which I've already done as well, majority of it. So that's going to be kind of hard to do from this character. So it'll probably be from someone else that I haven't started it with. These two here, or this three, is also kind of in the list there as well. And then there's one other quest that you actually can start here in the Greater Fade Arc. It's called The Wind That Speaks Her Name, where you get kind of a sword. That's already been completed by this character as well. So I'll have to play on a character, of course, that hasn't. Met. My whole plan is to kind of go through some of these quests that some people in who play EverQuest 2 may have forgotten about, didn't really know that they existed, that sort of thing. So we're actually heading back to Lesser Fade Arc for the Corruption in the Fade Arc. I think the only other character that I completed this quest was Arturia, my High Elf Wizard. So this shouldn't take me too long, hopefully, to complete on my level 90 Fury. This is my main character. Yeah, it should be pretty simple. It's once I come to Thalas Wildwood and Lesser Fade Arc, it looks like I have to kill a particular creature and then bring the fragment back to the person here in Greater Fade Arc, which then moves to, I guess, the next set of quests. This is called the Ivy Shrouded Timeline. If you look it up, there's a lot of online websites that help with steps on what to do. I mean, it's very possible that I might also do the same quest with other characters as well, just kind of with a fresh start. So we'll see how that goes.
Hello.
Hello.
Well met.
Well met.
Another reason why I'm muting myself in this video, for the most part, is apparently there's some people visiting my neighbor and it causes the ring camera to go off. Yes, I do stop for shinies, but I kind of know where I'm going, so I'm not overly worried that I stopped the horse ride over. It makes it much simpler so that I don't have to backtrack. So then I can just run to this tent that's over here.
Hello.
As you can tell, I finished the Corruption of the Fate arc, which is the first quest of this timeline. And so, having finished it, I'm now accepting making it manifest to continue the timeline. Where it looks like it's having me travel back to Butcher Block Mountain. Make things slightly easier, I think I'm just gonna fly up to Kelethin, if it will let me. I know not many would have flying mounts like this one, or any. So you can either obviously run here and use the little acorn elevator up. What I'm looking for is the little things that allow us to travel, which I think is over here. So I can get to Butcher Block easier, otherwise I could have just taken a horse to the zoning part of Butcher Block from Greater Fate Arc.
Greetings.
So you have the choice of either paying 50 gold or fighting him. I've got the money, so I'm just giving him the gold. Alright, so it looks like it has me travel back to Greater Fate Arc to go to Crushbone Keep.
Well met.
Now again, you have one of many ways to get there. I'm just flying from the docks to the Griffin Tower to then run into Great Freight Arc. And then I plan to just take a horse from there to where Crushbone is. I could have also gone back the way that I did by using the little globe station to get back to Kelethin, and then take a horse to Crushbone. I'm sure it's all takes the same amount of time and travel.
Well met.
Well, as long as I don't come across any shinies, I plan to stay utilizing the horse to Crushbone. In all honesty, it's been a while, so I'm not certain for inside of Crushbone Keep, or if there was a way to above it. So let's try the waypoint again. Alright, so since it worked, definitely inside Crushbone Keep. And this direction, which I knew the direction I was going to begin with, comes out to like the Emperor's throne room. So that makes sense if that's kind of where we're headed here. Might as well grab this shiny. Alright. So my assumption is there should be an enemy right in here that I need. But for some reason isn't. I'm not about to go into the throne room. Unless otherwise. Nope. Nope, I was wrong. I double checked. Not inside of here, but hey, got a shiny. So, sorry if you all went into Crushbone Keep. Again, it's been a while since I've played this particular quest. So you want to go ahead and leave out of Crushbone Keep. Make sure I'm not. Ooh, another shiny. I mean, for the most part, I think I've collected most of the ones here, so I think there's only a few that I'm missing, and those are probably like the super rare ones. Okay, I promise. Alright, we're gonna backtrack. Again, I do apologize if you all joined me in the Crushbone Keep and you're like, Heather, what were you thinking? There's actually a wall on the outside of Crushbone Keep, back in Greater Fadark, that we can climb up to get to where we need to be. I mean, some of these quests aren't the easiest, and so that's why people make videos. Alright, so now that we're back out of here, the wall should be over here somewhere. The climbable wall. The other side. I promise I am not going crazy. Because, you know, you can't fly. So you gotta find this wall to climb up. Typically, they're pretty easy to see. Or find, I should say. Well, help none. See, that's a climbable wall. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Alright. Okay, so the waypoint to find the climbable ball is negative 1112, so 1112 by 124 by 6. Not even close. I fail all over the place, right? Oh, got a couple shinies here. Let me go ahead and pick those up. Again, things I probably already have. Yep. Alright, here's the climbable wall. This is the one that you want to get to the top of Crushbone Keep. And then there's this ledge over here, which comes to another climbable wall. Couldn't be any simpler than that, right? Okay, so now we're at the top. This is where we actually need to go. And you have to be very careful. We just want the first one. We don't need the fabled. Alright, so in here, I am to kill a Crushbone Quartermaster. I mean, you all are, of course, more than welcome to, visit Crushbone Keep inside if you haven't already to get XP updates, hunt for shinies, what have you. But as far as for this timeline, please locate that wall that I showed you to climb up to the top. Okay. Now, I could easily put in the waypoint for the Quartermaster, which I might do. But let's see if we can just kind of locate him ourselves. Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna have a map. I'm sure there are maps you could probably download. Alright, so I just gotta go back to Butcher Block Docks. And if I went up the other stairwell, would have gotten to him sooner. But hey, I explored. problem with most of these quests. You gotta travel places. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and take
Well
the horse on back to Butcher Block directly.
Salutation.
After I turn in the manifest to Andiel on the docks, that should wrap up making it manifest and then allowing me to pick up the new quest called Acquiring the Second Fragment, which has me go back to Greater Fadark, back to where I was, where I killed the Quartermaster to kill another NPC.
Salutations.
Hello.
Alright, picked up Acquiring the Second Fragment. Now on my way back to Greater Fadark to back to the place right above Creshbone Keep.
Hello.
Sometimes I wish the horse stable was a little further in to crush bone, but is what it is. Alright, so it's very key that you hadn't killed this NPC the first time coming in. Otherwise you would have to wait for it to reset, which that probably would be a very long wait. I just went ahead and put in the waypoint for who I need to find, just to kind of make things a little smoother, faster, that sort of thing. Okay, back to Greater Fadark. At least I don't have to go all the way back to Butcher Block Mountains. It's interesting how some of these dungeons that exist are only for certain things, like quests. Also why Flying Mountain is helpful, because I can just glide down and not have to climb all the way back down. But if you're doing this based on around the level that it should be, which, according to my notes, is level 70, so I think you can't really use flying mounts until level 80, but I could be mistaken. Essentially, we are going back to the Erudite near the spires to turn in the fragment. So, good news, I don't have to travel that far to get there. You can see them on the map. I'll go ahead and click on it so I can have that wave point, tracker, path, golden light, whatever you want to call it. So sort of help guide me. What's nice is I'll be able to cut across most of this and fly. Flying wasn't really allowed in the crushed bone area. Don't understand, but it is what it is. But luckily, the tent's right over here.
I greet you.
Alright, so we finished up acquiring the second fragment and went ahead and picked up a new quest, the Champion of the Cotadal. Looks like I also got an achievement for completing 20 signature quests, so that's fun. Okay. Bearing straight. Okay, so I need to journey into the ancient city of Felwith and try to get the shard from Thorador. So this essentially is traveling into New Tenaria, which is this direction, so it makes it a little simpler. I'm sure any of you that have seen some other videos, especially doing snuffing of the Fire Knights, doing the Cloak of Flames timeline quest, was very familiar with this location as well. I spent many a time trying to get all the pages needed. For the most part, I probably will ignore shinies as I'm in excuse me. I will be ignoring shinies while I'm in New Tenaria. I know that there are a few that I'm missing, but for purposes of this video, I'm not going to go after them. What would be nice is if I'd be able to finish this whole timeline in one video. Make things simpler, I went ahead and put in the waypoint to find the NPC that I need to look for, so that way I can fight him and head back on out. Sorry, I wanted to take a slight detour. I didn't know if this little area gave me any XP extended in there. So we're just gonna head on out back to Greater Fate Arc. Just imagine if you had to fight your way through all of this. That's why I don't mind doing these quests when I'm much a higher level than should be, just to make it simple. I mean, for the most part, the equipment that you get, you probably already would have better anyways at the level that they're at, but then you have to kind of find a group to help you, and as most people know, I like to play games solo. Don't really do a whole lot of groups and online games as much anymore. Funny how New Tunaria took forever to load up. As soon as I walk into Greater Fate Arc, which it took me a while to get to the exit, loads up just quickly.
Hello.
Okay, you would think that this would be the last quest, but it's not. So we just picked up an evening jaunt. We had just finished up the champion of the Cotadal. So with this one, I have to speak with a satyr by the name of Ignacio, located behind the rock in the Thexian camp in Lesser Fate Arc. Back to Lesser Fate Arc, let's go. Within 30 minutes, escort him to Hearths. Oh, that's just great. As most of you know, quests where you have to escort an NPC is the worst. But apparently that's what I gotta do next once I find this guy. Alright, let's waste no more time and head on to Lesser Fate Arc. Getting distracted by shinies and getting turned around. rear this way. Anyone who's played this section of Lesser Fadark with the Thexian camp, you've definitely come across this guy. He's hidden over here. Probably would help if I went the right way. I don't remember them centaurs being so big. Alright, that finishes that one up. Like, see, these are like easy, quick quests, but there's so many in the timeline. So now we've picked up tracking down the necromancer. No, still not the last quest. So this one I have to then go to Loping Plains to speak with a particular NPC there. Alright, trying to think what's gonna be the easiest way to do so. Let's do a call to home. Which, for this character, brings me back to Kinos, because way back when this game first started, I created this character, and of course, Dark Elves start in Freeport, but I actually switched over to the good side at the time. What you had to do is kill a bunch of gnolls and stuff. They've made it much different now when you switch factions. You kind of go into this neutral place until you either get enough faction to join the good city, or you decide you just want to be neutral, which, hey, if you want more of a challenge, sure, go right ahead. Or you could essentially kind of go back to the evil side. Alright, enough chit-chatting. Loping Plains is where we want to go. I think it's going to be easiest if I go to Enchanted Lands and then use the spires. This is my go-to place, and whether I need to use spires or druid rings, either way will get me to Loping Plains. Spires are closer. Okay, cool. Person's located in the village, so that should be simple enough.
Tanar's blessings.
Okay, now that I had the update, I have to go to Steamfont Mountains, which I'm going to just go ahead and go back to the spire. Because I do believe I can take it to Steamfont. Just kidding. Nope. Alright, so we're gonna have to run to where the druid ring is located, because I know that's definitely in Steamfont. Luckily, it's easy enough to get to. Paying for my mercenary when I hardly need him. Okay, looks like No Land Security is where I'm heading to speak to the next NPC. Easy run. I might be able to fly there, up and over, hopefully. Also, the nice thing about having a flying mount allows you to shorten distances. Alright, here we are.
Well met.
Okay, now I have to go back to the Greater Feeder. More fun. Okay, easy enough to get there. Again, we're just gonna fly over and through. I kind of like this mount. I've saw other people have it, and I was like, I gotta have that one for my main character. I don't know why I'm getting XP for that. It's not like I haven't been through this path before. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use the waypoint that I have here. I was like, I feel like I was missing something. I know it's hidden somewhere. Don't want it to be just like Crushbone Keep where I go in there and be like, oops, by the way, this is not where we wanted to go. Alright, this is called the Silent Cavern. It's just loading up. So it looks like I have to kill Kildek the Twisted. And then return back to the Erudite in the Greater Feeder. What's nice is killing this monster gives me a good faction with both the satyr tribes, so that's always nice. or simply trying to come through here and look for him. Didn't work out, so I went ahead and put in his waypoints. I think it'd be at the end of the cave, but no. Couldn't be that simple. Now comes the fun part, trying to figure out if I know how to get out of this cave.
Hello.
Guess what? This is also not the last quest. Oh, I see another one popped up. Alright, so this is called the Hidden Crystal. Yes, it is. There is another quest after this one. So with this, I need to enter the Obelisk of Light within the Lesser Fader. Now, I've been in this place before. It is not my favorite place. It's pretty terrible. But, luckily, I do have waypoints, so that should hopefully help. So we're just gonna kind of run back to Lesser Feydark. I might just use the horse station that's over here, just to make things simpler.
Hello.
Just imagine doing this at level. Obviously it would take a little bit longer to do. You might have to find friends. So, really glad that I can show you this video while I was in level 90 and everything is way below my level, so I don't have to fight. If you want to go that route, by all means, have at it. I'm not going to say one way or another. You know, I know playing this game, I missed out on a lot of heritage quests, signature quests like this one. I don't know why I did that. So it's a lot of it's me backtracking and then going through all of this with all my characters because, you know, I did have a guild. I had people I played with, but that was many, many moons ago, and they've all went their separate ways. But I still come back to playing EverQuest 2, just to kind of have fun. Like, I started over some new characters so I could kind of relive the old zones as it once was. Okay, so I'm going to put in the waypoint for the obelisk. I know where it's located, but just in case if you all can see that. where I put it in. See, it's like right here. So that's gonna be fun. There's not really a direct course
Salutation.
that goes right there, as you can see. Truthfully, you just pick the butcher block one and then just pay attention. And when you get to that kind of that cave system, jump off the horse and then run to the obelisk. But going back to that previous story, like yeah, I had people that I play with. We did quests. We made sure we worked together to do a lot of the heritage quests. But you know, things happen. So I still play EverQuest 2. I really enjoy it. These are my characters pretty much when the game first came out, so I still have them. They got to move to obviously new servers because developers and everyone, you know, they had to shut down a lot of servers, get everyone migrated. But it doesn't bother me that I'm way overqualified for this quest. I like to do it, and it kind of helps with my guild. So this is the guild that we had from the very beginning. I joined 2005 in April. We were formed December of that last year, and it's still going strong with me. I'm pretty much the only one in the guild that still plays. So there's 40 members. It says 4 accounts. But yeah, it's been mainly me keeping it alive at level 53. And with all my sentimental talking, I obviously, like, forgot to jump off the horse back here. So now I gotta backtrack, so, woo, that's on me. Obelisk to Blight. To make things easier, I am going to go ahead and put in the waypoint of Mistress Sherzana that I have to kill. Otherwise, you know, it can get kind of confusing, so I want to make things easier for myself and hopefully all of you. So hopefully you could see what I typed in for that waypoint. This is what I was afraid of. So, I absolutely hate this place, because not all the doors open. Because they're locked from the other side. Well, it helped none. I have spent many a time in this place, and it's very much is terrible. It's terrible. It sucks. Alright, so I'm not wasting time. Let's see if I can find a better way of getting to where I need to go. Like, how do you get to the room with Key of Chaos? You have to kill the monster to open that door. Cool, how do I get to it? Alright. Oh. Gotta be a way. Gotta be something. Lever of some sort. Secret entrance. Start killing mobs. Alright. Well, I killed that named mob, so hopefully something happens. Heard deeper in the outpost. Cool. Maybe it. Success! When in doubt, look for a named mob to kill. Alright, as far as I can tell, that's the only one, so get him going. Alright, that opens this door. It's the key of chaos. Oh, come on. Gotta be here somewhere. Shadows. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, I might as well go ahead and take this out too. No, who we're fighting, not fighting. But opened up this door. So essentially it's me going back to Greater Fader.
I greet you.
Hello. Well met.
Well met.